Listen to this.
Her eyes seemed to go black, and she had a great aversion to holy statues, which there were a great many in the house, because they were very pious Catholics. And she was taken to a doctor.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Annalise Mikkel, a 20-year-old student at the University of Würzburg, claims that she's hearing disembodied voices and seeing visions of the devil. Before long, her family comes to believe that Annalise suffers from a condition that defies understanding. Demonic possession.
Annalise Mikkel was indeed tormented by a possessing something. She spoke in a horrendously growly voice. Her eyes seemed to go black, and she had a great aversion to holy statues, which there were a great many in the house, because they were very pious Catholics. And she was taken to a doctor who said she might be epileptic, and she was taken to a psychiatrist, and nothing changed in her life. In fact, she was getting worse and worse.
Her family believed from the beginning she was possessed. The Catholic Church accepted that framework and engaged in the exorcism. Ultimately, Annalise Mikkel died of starvation and dehydration over the course of numerous exorcisms. This was a case where that belief directly led to her death. What we cannot say for certain is what was really going on. I can't say that she for sure was not possessed.
That's
For
right.
sure was.
The story of Annalise Mikkel is perhaps the best known case of an alleged demonic possession.
But now, for 2 weeks, I'm kind of in a blur, right?
Actually possessed by demons. And if so, how does one identify when a person's mind?
That's what she looked like before, right?
By Satan.
During the course of my career, I've witnessed a number of cases of possession in my life, but I definitely started as a skeptic. I certainly never thought I would see anything sort of paranormal or diabolic. A priest, who I guess knew I was Catholic, I don't exactly know how he got my name, but he came to my office when I was at Cornell Medical College, and he said, "Dr. Gallagher, I'd like you to evaluate someone for me who I think has a demonic attack." And I said, "Well, with all due respect, Father, you know, I'm an academic psychiatrist, and I'm pretty skeptical of those sort of things." And I remember what he said to me. He said, "You're the perfect."
But see, the devil don't come to you again, right?
Of course, in the years since, you know,
As a serpent, right?
I've seen so much that
Or something you think is talking to you, right? From behind the tree.
which clearly have to be present.
Where the woman sees what she thinks is a serpent in the tree. Now, the thing about a fig tree is its branches don't go all the way to the ground. Whatever it is, it could also be hiding behind the tree trunk, right?
The first case sent to me was a woman who claimed that she would be lying in bed and she would be pummeled by invisible forces. She and her husband were convinced that she was attacked by demons. So we did a number of medical tests on her because she had bruises all over her body. And at the end of my evaluation, since she was a very sane, lovely woman, I said to the priest, "Look, this doesn't seem like a medical or psychiatric case. It doesn't seem possible."
Mysterious bruises inflicted by invisible forces. While that may sound like something out of a Hollywood horror movie, the truth is that accounts of possession have been recorded
Or I'm getting too close to the truth and Satan wants me to back off. Oh, whatever.
When Jesus had to cast a demon out of a man into a herd of swine, who then ran off of a cliff and into the water. Very famous story in the Bible. And stories of demonic possession, they're not confined to Christianity. The idea of possession is inherently tied to the idea of Satan and demons, and is an attempt by Satan to take over your personality, to ultimately control you. The film The Exorcist is believed to have really brought attention to the idea of possession, but it's not that those ideas started with The Exorcist. Those ideas spread with The Exorcist.
Right.
The Exorcist was actually based on a real case. There was a 12-year-old boy who was possessed, not a girl. How did he get possessed? Using a Ouija board for months. Start doing something occult. That creates an inner vulnerability to
Evil, right? Like I told you, right? That's why I quit using it. Right, too. It was freaking people out around me. Even Connie.
In a sense, they provided it in, wittingly or unwittingly. Possession is.
But it also scared her, right? Like I said, so I didn't know what to do about it, right?
Upon a human being. And in a way.
Unless, like I said, Junior was. Her brother was there, her youngest brother, right? He saw it all happen. Unless he convinced her to be with me, right? And that's what the Ouija board wanted, right? But then who would be mad? Brian.
Are we defenseless against these attacks? Or is there a way to fight back? Well, there are those who believe that there is powerful truth we can use to protect ourselves. The ancient rite of exorcism. Coming up.
Well, to do that, you gotta do what Jesus do. First, say to the demon, come out of him, right? Then ask it its name, right? And then, what was the last thing he did, right? Gave it permission to go into the swine, and it did, right? But why did it? Was it allowed, right? Now, there was another spirit that was deaf and dumb, right? And would throw the boy into the fire, right? And they believed that was a demonic possession, right?
I love it. You think my coffee's terrible.
No, my coffee's not good.
Now you can have your favorite coffee.
And even the devil has an Armageddon. His last days, right? But the thing is, he also has 10 days of tribulation, right? That could be up to 10,000 years, right? So, that's why too, right? All right. Well, that's something really interesting coming along again. I hope that helps you understand more.